OMG, it's Backaboo. How you doing? Happy Mother's Day. I know I didn't see you on Mother's Day, but every day is Mother's Day, like my mom says. I miss you too. What's going on? How's the baby? All that stuff. I saw you posted. I saw your post with your boo hooking up your baby crib. That's very nice. Cleaning up. All right, cool. That's nice. 2 months left. So June. So what's like the due date? June, July. So you might have a Leo baby or a Cancer baby. Oh boy. Leo or a Cancer. Oh shit. A girl too. Oh boy. Well, as long as they're yeah. I'm in my last trimester. I'm getting big. Hey, that's cool. You got to be big, in order to have a baby. You get bigger than you ever have been, of course. Some of these people out there, they're pregnant all year round for their whole life. So at least it's only 9 months for you. These people go on 9 years looking pregnant. But that's cool. As long as you're all right, as long as you're healthy, as long as the baby's good. Hopefully KK is doing good. I'm sure he must be like, what the heck is going on here? I don't blame you. Two's good enough. One's bad enough. Two is like more trouble. It's definitely not easy. That's for sure. I don't know how the fuck my mom had four. There's a girl who comes in my chat. She's got 7 kids. I'm like, hell no. What the fuck's wrong with you, woman? The fuck you want all them damn kids for? You must be crazy. Kids are a blessing, they're not, you know, to me, kids are always a blessing. They can be a burden, they can be fucked up, and they can be the worst thing that happened to you too. But I don't look at it like that. Yeah, my that's the thing. My mom had my brother first, then my sister, and then she took 6 years, and then she had me. So that was the best thing that she made, and she had was me. Then after me, my sister was born like 4 years later, and then she was like, "Fuck this." She got her tubes tied, so she had four. Each one of my siblings have two boys. Like I said before, my oldest sister, she lost triplets when she was 5 months. So we could have had a lot more. We could have had three girls, but my sister lost them, unfortunately. But everybody was excited when she said she had triplets, but her body was not. Yeah, her body couldn't handle it, and with 5 months, she was into the pregnancy 5 months, and then it all went downhill, unfortunately. Yeah, the doctor told her that her body probably won't be able to handle it, so prepare for the worst. So yeah, unfortunately, that's what happened. But she had two boys right after, and it's at least God blessed her with two boys after that. But I kind of wish that I had a niece. I have 6 nephews and no niece, and everybody thought I was gonna have kids, but ain't nobody want this seed, so I just keep it over here on lockdown. And at this age, I don't really want no kids like that anyway. I've raised my two nephews next door, especially the last couple years, because they got a deadbeat dad. And ever since he left 2 years ago, I've been like really taking care of them a lot. So yeah, actually see them. I actually see them every now and then. They show up because if they were alive right now, they'd be 25, going 26. So I actually saw all three of them, and they actually resemble the dad, which I wasn't. You know, I don't really like him, but they look. They if they were alive, they would look more like him. Blonde hair, blue eyes. I actually saw all three of them, and they all were dressed the same in spirit, if as if they were, to be in real life. So in the beginning, I saw them, and then and then I'd say about maybe 3 years ago, I saw them. They appeared to me, but I don't really try to tap into them or do anything like that. I let them be in spirit, do their thing. But yeah, every what was I gonna say? I've had a few of your people in here coming in here. Some people ask for you. Some people like probably wondering where the heck you are, but you've posted up and should tell people what's going on anyway. So nobody really asks me anymore. But I still got some of your people coming in here. I got some new pain in the asses in here. Uh, had to get rid of somebody. 2 days ago, I got rid of somebody that was in here talking stupid. So ain't nothing changed. It's all the same shit over here. I don't blame you because dealing with these people would drive me fucking nuts. That's why I don't really come on here. I come on here. I've been coming on here a lot more lately, but fucking bird, get the fuck out of here. Fucking bird always making noise, little bastard. He's gonna keep making noise just because. I'm sure you hear him. He's an aggravating fucker. Fucking bird. I haven't seen Jess live. I haven't seen Jessica forever. I haven't seen her live. She used to come live almost every day, every other day. She hasn't been in here either. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen IG forever. Kimberly, I don't really know her like that. I've seen her in your room and stuff, but oh, those are the only ones that have you on IG. Yeah. I haven't really seen nobody. The only part, the people that come in your that used to come in your room that come in here is Toka. Toka comes in here a lot. She comes in here and gets questions answered from me. It's Toka. Shania used to come. Shania still comes in here. She's in your. She used to be in your room too. Um, I can't remember who else. There's like a few other people here and there that come in here that was in your room. Every now and then they come in and say hi or whatever, or come talk to me or whatever, ask me about you. Yeah. Hey Marley, hope you're having a good day at work. This fucking bird is in the background aggravating the shit out of me. What's up, KP? Yeah, Becca's here paying us a visit. Yeah, exactly. Well, you got to make sure baby daddy, learns how to do it too, which I'm sure he does. That's one thing I don't miss. When I used to take care of my nephews, and I used to be like, "Oh, good lord, I don't want to do this." I did it maybe a couple handful of times. I always got lucky. They weren't. I always handed them off. I'm like, no, no, I can't handle that shit. It's bad enough I gotta deal with myself, let alone some damn baby. Oh no. That's why I'm so glad they're bigger now and they can do their own thing. Hey Claudia, how you doing, sweetie? You good? Yeah, that's good. That's good that he does. The main thing is that he's with you and you're happy and that's all that matters, you know? Making money is one thing, but being happy is another. Money ain't gonna make you happy all the time. This fucking bird is annoying the shit out of me. I swear I've been here all this time, like washing my dishes and doing my shit, and this bastard wants to come around here and aggravate me. Shut your bitch ass up. Shush. Get the fuck out of here. You fucking yellow bastard. Shut up. Get fucker. Hope you have diarrhea and fucking fly into a fucking tree. Bastard. Fuck, I hate that bird. He has a message, all right. I'm here to give you a goddamn headache. That's his message, KP. Those birds don't give message. Those birds work for the devil. Those kiskadee fuckers, those bastards are devilish. They're so annoying. They're the most annoying birds on earth. There's so many nice birds around here. No, it's a kiskadee. It's a kiskadee, and they're very annoying. They're scavengers, and they're annoying as shit. That's how you. That's what the bird is, a kiskadee. And that's all. And they go on and on and on and on. They're so annoying. Oh my god. He took you to church and cooked for you on Mother's Day. He can cook good, which is good because I can't. Yeah, that. Well, he took you to church. Oh man, that's good. See, about time he took your ass to church. You need church in your life. See, there's a lot of crows around here. We don't have ravens here in Bermuda. We don't have big ass like birds like ravens and shit. We have big crows here. There's a lot of crows around this area because I stay next to like a big here we have protected land that's called National Trust, and like they protect like a big bulk of land, and there has pure like birds around here and crows and shit. But that fucker, he's still good. If I could shoot his ass, I would. That bird, those birds are the most annoying birds in history. And do you know that when I feed my dog, it's like they have an Apple Watch with the alarm on it saying, "Hey, Mark's gonna feed his dog at 4:30, so we need to be at Mark's out around Mark's yard so we can get the leftovers from the dog." Those fuckers like they know what time it is. It's like they have a watch. Those birds are the most annoying birds on earth. And they come in my lives plenty of times. You'll hear them in the background. All right, KP, no problem, bro. He's very big on God and Jesus. That's good. Yeah, they definitely are. Especially when they want to scavenge some food and shit, or they want to come around here and aggravate the shit out of me. They're like, Mark's live, bro. I got the notification. Let's go aggravate his ass. I was wondering what that noise was. They'd be like, Mark's live, bro. We got the notification. Let's go. Let's go hang out by his window and the door and let's croak until he fucking makes off. But sometimes when I'm live, you'll hear the redbirds singing and stuff. Yeah, they want food, all right. There's a lot of bugs and shit around here they can eat. You know, the other night when I'd say about 3 nights ago, I got off of here. It was like 12:30 in the morning, right? No, no, I don't want to feed them because when you feed these damn birds over here, right? They'll come here and shit all over the furniture outside. They'll shit in the pool. They'll do all that. They'll shit everywhere, and I don't want to feed them. Fuck them. They can eat bugs and shit. I ain't worried about them feeding those bastards. No way. Hell no. No, no. No, I ain't rich. Oh, hell no. If I was rich, I wouldn't be sitting here, bro. If I was rich, I would not be sitting here. I tell you that right now. If I was rich, I'd be fishing right now. Shit, rich. Oh, I wish. Fuck. I'd be fishing right now on my boat with about 10 bitches. Hey, baby, go get me a drink. You're looking good today. All right, baby, you want some money? Here you go. That's rich. Me, I ain't rich. Hell no. You ain't rich if you got boats and shit and bitches. You know? Yeah, so they gotta, hook up their boat. Shit. Yeah, I wish. Sometimes I wish, but I don't really care. I'm just joking around, but just having one woman is a pain in the ass, let alone 10. Shit. Unless I'm having a party and they go home afterwards and they leave me alone. That's cool. But if I was rich, I wouldn't care. If I was rich, I would have them everywhere. You're naming the baby Abigail? I knew a girl here named Abigail, and then you call her Abby for short. That's a nice name. At least, like, it's the letter A, so she'll come first as being picked. That's my granddaughter's name. Yes, I forgot. Yeah, you having the baby makes me a grandpa. Shit, already. Dang, it's not easy. That's a cool name. I like that name, Becca. I'm glad you picked that. Hey, Ann, how you doing? You good? Good morning. Yep, that damn bird. You hear? That fuck. I'm gonna throw something at his ass. He's been here for like 10 minutes straight. Hey, shut up! Swear to God, I'm gonna throw something at his ass in a minute. It's pissing me off. Yeah, Joy of the Father. Yeah, that's a good name, and I'm glad he's into he's religious and he deals with God and Jesus. That'll rub off on you. Having a man of God is the best thing. That's when everything. See, that's why Jesus bring that man into your life. He said, "Look, let me bring Jesus into your life." I've been telling you about Jesus your whole life, all this time. Since I've known you, I tell you, pray to God and Jesus. It is to me. They definitely don't. Those kiskadee, I do not like, but I like other birds. I was telling you at 12:30 in the morning, I went outside to take my dog for a walk. She's outside now, and there's a big uh gray heron that comes here. And that gray heron walks around the pool and he eats all the bugs and the worms and whatever's out there at night, crickets, whatever. He eat anything, roaches, he eats everything. I don't mind him because he's a good bird. He's big as shit, right? He stands like almost 2.5, 3 feet tall. He's a big ass bird. It's the biggest bird that comes around here. And that bird, I don't mind if he like shits somewhere or he does something because he's a good bird. He actually eats the bugs that go in the pool and aggravate us or come around here and irritate the bugs all over the damn place. So if he eats the bugs, I'm grateful. But those kiskadees, all they want to do is eat people food and they make a whole pile of noise. Where that heron, he doesn't make any noise. He just screeches. He does like a little screech chirp. That's about it. But he doesn't annoy anybody. He just walks around, dive bombs in the pool, gets some like a roach or a bug or a moth. He cleans up the yard from all the good things. Shit. Those damn birds ain't no that a bird ain't doing nothing but aggravating people. Shitting all over their yards, in their car, making nests in their house. All these damn trees, and you want to come to somebody's house and do nests in there and come in their chimney and shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. That damn birds need to be in trees. Yeah, he eats all the roaches and eats all the bugs. I'm telling you, I ain't seen no roaches around here forever. He eats them all. And they roaches come out at night. And see, that's why like I keep the yard tidy, cause roaches go around like dog poo and all that, right? And when you have dogs around, the dog poo attracts roaches and it attracts rats. So what I do is I put all the dog poo in a bucket and I cover it with sand and then I dispose of it into the bush. So I keep the yard clean so I don't have that problem because I know what it's like. I've had a dog my whole life. Hey, having talks, how you doing? You too. Right back at you. Hope you have a blessed day. Yeah, I have a pooper scooper and I scoop up all the poo every day from my dog. I put it in a big ass bucket with some sand. And then after like maybe a week, I dispose of it in the trees. I take it into the trees and I bury it in there and I throw it over. So that way it's not because it brings flies, bugs, roaches, and then that's the only time I see roaches. They'll be like around her poo or something like that. But that's why the heron is a good bird. He eats all the bugs. He gets rid of everything. Whereas those kiskadis don't really eat bugs like that. They want to eat the rest of the dog food. Like when my dog like licks her bowl clean, there's like little pieces here and there. You'll hear them come by, and all you hear is the bowl go king, 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 king. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'll look, I was like, oh, you fucking birds, you know? So like those bastards, they have like they come down and fly into the porch, and they have no shame, and they'll drink his water in his and they'll drink the water bowl. They'll shit everywhere. Birds are a nuisance. They are some birds are like the worst things on earth. They would destroy your home. They'll go in your chimney and fuck shit up. They'll go on the sides of your house and aggravate you. Here in this neighborhood, we have bluebirds, redbirds. There's a lot of redbirds here. Um, Bluebirds occasionally in the season. The most we have here in this area is turtle doves, and it looks like a pigeon, but it's not. It's called a turtle dove. It's a gray dove with like darker gray like wings, and all they do is go. "Woo, woo." That's all they do all fucking day. And I've had to chase them away from the house too. And they used to breed in my cedar tree over here, and I stopped that from happening too. Because every morning at like 6:30, they'd be outside. Woo, woo. And I'd go out there with a tennis ball and throw some at him to chase him away. And he'll go to the neighbor's roof and do the same shit. Woo, woo. I used to call them woo woos. And I'm like, these motherfuckers are the worst. These birds are the most annoying bastards on earth. You like, why are you on my house acting up? Go to the goddamn trees, man, and go do that shit in the tree. Why you gotta be on somebody's house aggravating them for? And then you wonder why I come out there with a water hose trying to spray you off the house and scare you or throw a tennis ball at your ass. You're doing it to yourselves. Leave us the hell alone. Making all this damn noise in the morning, waking me up. I'll wake up in the morning and be like, sound like somebody's calling me, right? Ooh, ooh, like, yo, yo. And I'm like, I was like, oh, that's that damn bird. That's that turtle dove. That fucker. So I'll go outside, take my dog outside, or look up on the roof, and he's there looking at me all paranoid. I'll be like, yeah, you bastard, here, look. Mm, get your ass out of here. Hey, Rudy, good morning. Yeah, herons are very spiritual birds. Yeah, herons are. We've never had herons around here until the last maybe 3 4 years. We've had a heron around here, a big ass gray heron, and he's been around it ever since he's been around here. Everything's changed. Like he's bringing a lot of luck. They say like the spiritual meaning of a gray heron around your house says brings luck, and we did have luck. We got rid of that piece of shit ex brother-in-law of mine. Ever since that's been around, that bird's been around. We've had good luck. The house has had good luck too. Nothing's been breaking down or anything. Yeah, the doves here. There are a lot of doves here. There's white doves. There was a white dove hanging around here for the longest time. And then about 2 months ago, we had a huge white heron come here, and he was huge. He was like 3 feet tall. I think I put him on my Instagram. I'm not sure. I think I posted him up somewhere, and I said, "Look at the size of this thing." And he was like, "Come." He was on our wall. He was just like, he was trying to like dive bomb in the trees to get something. He was trying to feed off of something. It was probably like because usually they hang around water, so that's why they come around to the pool because they dive bomb like bugs and shit that fall in there. Caden loves birds. He loves cats, dogs. He's been obsessed with all kinds of animals. Yeah, that's good because he probably can relate to the animals. Baka, that's a good thing. Yeah, whatever they are, monkeys, birds, cats, whatever. Um, kids love animals, and they always want to be. I love animals till today. Like I love animals like all the time. You know what monkey show I used to like? I used to like what was the monkey George, I think, where him and his owner and George used to get himself into all sorts of shit. Is it George the monkey? I can't remember, man. Yeah, Curious George, that's what it was. I used to watch that shit with my nephews all the time. They used to love watching that. They thought it was hilarious. I used to watch it too. I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Curious George. Yeah. I used to watch that, yeah. I used to watch it with my nephews. They say, Uncle Mark, where's Curious George? Put him on. I used to love watching that. And then you know who else had a monkey in there? Was a popular cartoon. Is Dora. Dora and Boots. Wasn't Boots the monkey too? They used to be like, oh, I love Boots. Look at Boots. Yeah. We used to watch Dora the Explorer and Boots the monkey and stuff. They used to love watching that shit. Yep. Rudy. Well, we just had a bird come here for the past 10 minutes, screaming, carrying on, making all this damn noise, and I try to shoo him away twice. Now he's gone. Good. Hopefully he flew into a damn tree and knocked his ass out. Fucker, he's annoying as shit. But birds are a thing around here. Ever since I've lived here, we've had tons of birds. And then we have a bird called a starlet, and it's a black bird, and they make like these really screechy noises, right? And they have these really like their beaks are like probably an inch long, and they're very like a scissor, like a scissor point beak, right? And they're very sharp, and they're called starlets. And then when we put our trash outside, those fuckers, they poke through the bag to try and eat the food, the leftovers that are in the bag. So like if the trash truck doesn't come early and he comes like later on in the evening or afternoon, in the morning when we put our trash out, everybody's trash has holes in it because they go poking their beaks poke through the plastic, and then you can see them ripping the plastic and eating the food that's in there. Those fuckers, they destroy everything. So it's like the starlets, the kiskadee, and sometimes the crows. If the crows are like hungry, a crow will come here, and he's big too. He's a big ass crow, and he comes there and he nicks the trash too. No, they don't. They're all black with like a little bit of like bluish purpley wings. Like you can, if the sun goes on them, KP, you can see like a little bit of purple and blue in their black shiny coat. But they're called starlets. Yeah. They're like a pain in the ass, and they like to go to chimneys. In Bermuda, we have like on top of our chimney, we have like a triangle slate, and you can like they can go through the slate and they hang out in the chimney, and they put a nest in there and they breed their babies in the chimney top. I had to close my mom's chimney top because they don't use their chimney anymore. So I filled in the chimney. And then the next day, the bird was on top of the chimney, was like, "You fucker, you destroyed my home." And I looked at him. I said, "You don't pay no rent, you fucker. Get cracking." Let me see if I can find it for you. I think it's starlet, like star and then Lett. I think. I'll check. I think they're called starlets, if I'm correct. And here we also have a catbird, a gray catbird, and those birds go "Meow, meow," like a cat, like "Meow." Those birds are annoying as shit too. Oh my god! But they don't bother me. They're cute, and they're like they hop all over the tree, and they have this long ass black tail, and they're all gray. They don't really. Their screeching noise kind of irritates me, but okay. It's hold on a second. Um, I don't even see the damn bird. They don't have the starlet here. Let me see. Our national bird is like called the Bermuda longtail. It's like a white bird with a long ass tail. And we have cahals here. We have tons of birds, man. Bermuda's like full of birds. They're annoying. Or starlings, yeah. Maybe it's starlings, starlet. I don't fucking know. I think it is starlings, and you're right. I think it is starlings, starlets. I don't know. I can't stand these damn birds. I don't know, but I just call them names. Get out of here, you fucker. Oh yeah, it is starlings. My bad. My bad, KP. Ann corrected me. Thanks, Ann. See, I knew you was good for some. Starling. Starling. If you put Bermuda starling, then you'll see them. You'll see like they're all black and they got like a bluish purpley like, and they got like little white dots on them too. But those fuckers, look at their beak. It's like a pair of scissors, and they fuck up all the trash bags. It says, "What does it mean when a starling visits you? Good fortune. In some traditions, a starling entering your home or is seen as a sign of good luck or positive change. Some believe that birds can act as messengers for spirit from the spiritual realm." Yeah, of course, I believe that. But not them when they come eat my trash. They aggravate me. And I'm joking. See, and I'm glad you're here. See, I would have been leading KP down a different road. Yeah, like little fat birds. Yeah, Claudia, Bermuda is a great place to live. Unfortunately, we have to deal with hurricanes, and that's the only downfall of living here. Is from like August till October is like the worst time to live here because when we have a hurricane, the hurricane destroys everything, and some people go without power for weeks, and it just becomes a nerve wracking anxiety time for a lot of people because they can't stand it. So last year we got hit once in August. We got an early hurricane last year, and it didn't really do that much damage, but it did enough to where people were frustrated. But that's the only thing that I don't like about living here is going through hurricanes is a pain in the ass. It's like nerve wracking, and then it messes up. It makes my life easy worse because I do maintenance on houses, and I do property management. I have to take care of my mom's house, this house, my clients' houses. So when the hurricane destroys shit, guess who they call? And guess who's working nonstop to fix everything? Me. So it's a pain in the ass. It brings work and it brings me money. That's great. But I'd rather not have the hurricanes at all. But it's impossible because we're in the middle of the ocean. So they're going to hit us eventually or come very close. And the last 10 years has been very bad. We've had a lot. We've had a lot of hurricanes here, some back to back, sometimes two, three in one year. And it gets frustrating. Last year we only had one, thank God. And I hope this year we have none. But we'll see. But that's the only downfall of living here. That's it. Everything else, I mean, yeah, people can debate on other downfalls, but I'm used to the price of living here. Everything's expensive here. But the thing is people never admit that you can make a lot of money here working. And if you have a business, you're gonna make good money too, because you're able to, um, get paid for your services because people got money here. There's a lot of wealthy people that live here. So me, for instance, I work for a few millionaires. So they pay me every time I work for them. So I don't have a problem knocking on their door or taking them to court and say, where the fuck's my money? They pay me right away. So that's I'm happy to have that, but I had to work hard to get their trust because a millionaire don't care about you. They only care about getting the job done. And if they like you, they're gonna pay you and they're gonna make sure you work on their houses, which I'm happy to have done in the past 18 years I've been on my own. But people here live amongst their means. See, you can make like $1,000 to $2,000 a week here if you want to, if you have a job that can allow you to make that money. Like the average person can make at least $1,000 a week, easy, and that's with insurance paid. Because if you hear people work right up until 8:30 at night, if you start at 7 o'clock in the morning and you finish at 8:30 at night with a half an hour break, you're doing 12, 13 hours a day. And if you times that by 30 or 25, that's like a lot of money. And people here are doing those type of hours. So when they do those type of hours, you know what I'm saying? You can make good money here. And the restaurant that I went to for Mother's Day, it was like maybe between 6 and 8:30 that we were there. I would say there was at least 200 people in that restaurant. And we were there from 6 to 8:30, and we saw it fill, and then people left, and more people came, and it was like 200 people, and it's like $100 a person to eat there. So just do the math. So businesses in Bermuda make a lot of money, and people in Bermuda have a lot of money. So yeah, everybody speaks English, but we have like a ghetto. We have a ghetto English here. Everybody speaks like abbreviated, but it is English, but it's probably hard for you guys to understand. You might hear me say certain things sometimes, and you'd be like, "What the guy? This guy just say?" You know, people can tell like I'm not from the United States, but you know, a lot of people here are ghetto. Like when I speak to my Bermudian friends from like the hood and shit, like we don't say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" We like, "Wagwan, my yo, what's it saying? Everything's good." Yeah, all right, Bertrand, good. I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, man. We speak like Jamaican type of shit. Not exactly Jamaican, but close. So like when we see each other, we say like we talk like half Jamaican, half English. Because here we have a lot of Jamaicans, a lot of people from the islands. My next door neighbor is from Barbados. My other neighbor, his wife was from Jamaica. I have a lot of Jamaican friends. One of my best friends is Jamaican. Um, but here in Bermuda, it's like kind of a mix between English and Jamaican and ghetto English. Like people will say, "Hey, look, Mark, I'm going down the road. I'll see you when I come back." You know, it's all abbreviated English. Like they say, "I'm going down the road." You know, we don't say, I'm going down the hill. I'll see you guys back." You know, like nobody really talks like proper English here. It's all abbreviated and ghetto slang. I remember the first time I went to Boston, and Boston has like a hardcore like slang too, right? So when I was over there talking with a whole pile of people, they were like, "We don't understand anything you're saying, bro. You got to talk slow." And we guys started cracking up. I said, "All right, I'll talk white, no problem." Sometimes I gotta catch myself, you know, when I'm around people that don't understand like slangish type of words. And I also speak Portuguese too, so very fluently. So I have to speak Bermudian English to my friends. I have to speak Portuguese to my parents and my Portuguese friends. And I gotta speak regular English when I'm here and when I'm around my clients. I have to speak proper, you know, English and behave and not be ghetto and stuff. But it all depends. I talk to people differently. When my nephews are with me and we're in like a store and I see one of my ghetto friends, they'll be like, "Yo, what going on, Mark? What's up? Yo, this is your youths." Like they don't say these are your kids. They say these are your youths, like youths. You know. I was like, "No, these are my nephews." And like, "Oh, okay, okay, yeah, man, yeah, man. I know your uncle. You know, he used to DJ. We guys used to be in the party, y'all." So like they all laugh because they're like these guys say all sorts of shit. And we talk a lot of shit because there's a lot of people here who like are like they talk really ghetto, and if you don't understand them, then you're fucked. Some Bermudians are on TikTok, and when they talk, some people are like, "Where are you from? What accent is that?" So Bermudians get like critiqued a lot for how we speak. But yeah, everybody pretty much speaks English here. We have a lot of Filipinos here. So you'll see Filipinos talk Filipinian, whatever the heck they speak. The Portuguese community here is very big, so you'll see a lot of Portuguese people. We have our Brazilians, Portuguese people from Portugal. We have Portuguese people from the islands, like my mom and dad. We have a lot of British people here, right? A lot of British accent people, like how you said Bry speaks. Oh yeah, he lives in Massachusetts. Yeah, he has that accent. It's like you, Marley. You have that down south accent, and Bry probably has that. You know, hey guys, I'm here. I'm in Boston. I'm gonna get some lobster. You know, hey Mac, how you doing? You know, that's how they. When my Boston friends see me, they're like, "Oh, hey, it's Bermuda. It's Mark from Bermuda. How you doing, buddy?" You know, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, guys? You good?" That's how they say my name. They're like, "Hey, Mark, how you doing?" So I crack up when I go to Boston. I see all my Boston friends. They talk all that Bostonian type of accent. Yeah, yeah, it's different. Yeah, yeah, Utes. They say, "Yo, what's up with the Utes?" Utes is Yutes. That's how they spell it. Utes. So they don't say youths. It's Utes. Everything here is like completely different English. It's very, very ghetto English. And some people get mad because Bermudians like they should talk a lot more proper, but it's just the way we talk. Yeah, we have pink sand on our beaches, and the reason we have pink sand is from the coral reefs that we have. The sand breaks down like the reefs and the coral and the shells, you know. Yeah, slang is slang. It's all good. I love slang. I talk slang every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't speak to a friend without slang. It's cool. I never hide my, my true Bermudian self because I know where I came from and I'm not going to change. And I'm not going to like talk, different to my friends because we talk, the way we talk. It's just the way we were brought up. But even like Portuguese has slang too. So Portugal, the continent Portugal, the place, they talk way better Portuguese than people like me and my mom and dad. They're from the islands of Portugal, right? So the island people talk different from the actual continent. So the continent Portugal is more proper Portuguese. The Brazilians, they talk whack ass Portuguese where they stress all their syllables and buchu buchu buchu. They like it sounds like they're spitting when they're talking, and it doesn't sound like real Portuguese. It's just like Spanish. People from Uruguay talk different. People from Argentina talk different. People from Spain talk different. People from different countries, they talk different types of languages. So it's normal. It's normal, you know. Yeah, of course. Back in the day, see, but when I used to DJ and I was on the microphone, I would talk, Bermudian slang or like Jamaican. Like you gotta talk like a certain way in order for people to really understand you. Like, like here, that's how it is. It's just the way it is. And because I've been around so many Jamaican people in my life, like my neighbor at where my mom and dad lives, my neighbor was Jamaican. So like and Bermudians here, we have so much Jamaican people here that we ended up like their language and ours kind of corresponded with each other, and we would like make a Jafaican accent. That's what I call them. I said there's a lot of Jafakins. Instead of being a Jamaican, you're a Jafaican. You want to be a Jamaican, but you're not. So I call all the people that want to be Jamaicans Jafakins, and they get mad at me. And see, my Jamaican best friend, he used to laugh at me when I used to talk Jamaican to him because he thought it was hilarious, right? But I did it as a joke, like and just do it for fun. So then when I spoke like Bermudian around him, he'll be like, "What the fuck did this guy just say?" He'd be like, "Oh, that's what you just said." I'm like, "Oh, that's not how you say." I said, "I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We guys gotta talk normal sometimes." It's funny as shit, though. It's funny how like people talk and stuff. Everybody's different, man. It's if everybody was the same, it'd be boring, you know. But it's cool. It's fun. And every like, I also feel like in every couple states of like the United States, like people on the East Coast talk different from the people on the West Coast. People in Massachusetts obviously talk different than somebody from down south, and people in Detroit have a different way of talking than people from California. It's different. Everybody has like a slang, a saying. People say things and they make fun of you, or they say, "Oh yeah, you guys say this and we say that." It's just the way it is. It's fun though. It's nice to hear different people speak. It's funny. But here in Bermuda, there's a lot of Portuguese people, Filipinos, Jamaicans, British people. We have a little bit of everybody here, which is nice. We have a little bit of everybody. But the majority people here, it's probably like 60-40 black people. So uh, that's what I would say. The 40% is white, Portuguese, Filipinos, like the foreigners, you know. But it's majority black people here, like 60% probably. But usually there's a lot of black people like in islands and things like that. So just like Jamaican, Barbados, Bermuda, it's all the same. Like the neighborhood I live in now, it's half it's like half black and half white and Portuguese, and there's a little bit of everybody here, like you know. But my where I was born and raised, it was 90% black people. There was no white people around. It was like Portuguese. It was me and my Portuguese neighbor, and then there was a Portuguese guy across the street, and then there was a white person way down the very end. But everybody else is pretty much like all black people. But we all get along. Like there's some racism here, but it's more with the older people. They still have that stupid like outlook on certain things. Like it's just the older generation. I think that they haven't got over like what happened. So like some black people here and some white people here, they're still on that racism bullshit tip, like the older ones. But the younger generation, we ain't really worrying about. Like my generation and younger, there's not really too much of that bullshit going on. There's not that much shit. Like people, my generation and the younger generation, they're not really talking about that type of thing. It's more of a united thing now. You know, there's obviously gonna be. It's never gonna end, right? Which it's sad. But if, like, for instance, because I have a lot of black friends, my white friends will be more timid about talking to me because they know that I hang around more like of the black crowd and the Portuguese crowd. So I don't really have too much white friends here in Bermuda because they're already looking at me like I'm not one of them. You see what I mean? Like the black Portuguese, Filipinos, and like, you know, Jamaicans, we're all in our own group. And then you have the white people, which is the British and like the Americans and Canadians, they're all in one section, and then we're in the other section. Like the Portuguese people are not considered like, you know, white people here. We're considered more of like over to the black side and to the Filipinos and foreigners. We're the foreigners and black people side. But in my neighborhood, it's really beautiful here. Everybody is nice except for like the older rich people here. They're kind of snobby and like think that like their neighborhood belongs to them. So here, like it's a weird vibe with them. But my neighbor's Portuguese and my other two neighbors are black, and we're all cool. We love each other. We all cool with each other. We help each other. We talk to each other. When a hurricane comes, we make sure we check on each other. But then my white Canadian neighbor over here, he's a prick. We've already fucked him off a few times because he thinks he's better than everybody else, and he's a professor and he thinks he's smarter and better than everybody. He's a dickhead, you know. But down the hill, there's like a couple people. There's like a British white guy and his wife, and they're so nice. But like, you know, there's a lot of people that just don't can't get over like what's good, what's happened in like hundreds of years ago. But the racism here isn't like it's a thing, but not like people think it is. There's more of I would say the past 5 to 10 years, it's not been a big thing here because people know like it's just something that we don't want here to be like a thing. You know, it's people are tired of it. So because everybody's integrated with each other, everybody gets along with each other. Bermuda's too small to have a racism war. Bermuda's too small to have any type of animosity with people too much. Bermuda's like more of a united place, and things like hurricanes and things like natural disasters that come towards us, it makes us all feel more united, and everybody helps each other no matter what color or race or foreigner you are. Like, everybody comes together in those times. There's always going to be the minority that fucks it up for everybody, that acts racist or acts stupid or says go back home to where you came from. All that bullshit, you still hear it every now and then. Because, like, there's some Filipinos here that have been brought in to clean places, and like they got the bare minimum jobs that Bermudians don't want to do. So the the some people from Bermuda will say go back to fuck home, we don't want you here, but your government bring them here. So you look like an ass. Go complain to your government. Don't complain to these people. These people have an opportunity to make their lives better in your country because you're the ones who don't want to do the job. The reason we have foreigners in every country is because the locals don't want to do those bullshit jobs. And a lot of these foreigners here and everywhere, they shack up together. So they'll go rent an apartment for 2 grand a month, but there'll be five people in that apartment sharing that apartment because that's the only way they're going to be able to live and take money back to their country. But who signed those contracts for those people to come to your country? Your government that you voted for. So don't tell those people go back home. Tell your government why the fuck you bring them here. And the government's gonna say because your dumbasses don't want to work. And that's what I explain to people. How you're gonna be racist or discriminate another a person for coming to better their life, and then you don't want to do the job. And how are all the Bermudians here going to work and deal with this country? We have to have help. And that's why you have foreigners in different places, because they're cheap labor. The government needs them here to rent apartments, to buy food, to keep businesses rolling, because the locals won't be able to sustain it. Because Bermuda is a very rich country with a lot of things, and people need to pay for those things or else they're fucked. So that's why a lot of people are going off about stupid shit that don't make no sense. And that's what makes me mad is like people just can't just all get along and not see a race, a color, or size or whatever. Like, like who gives a fuck where you're from? Just like be happy that you have a chance to better your life. And that's what I told a lot of people when I went on my own 18 years ago. See, I was born in Bermuda, and I served in the army for 3 years. So ain't nobody gonna tell me, oh, your parents came from Portugal, so you're not really a Bermudian. And wrong. I was born here. I've been here my whole life. So, and I served my country. So what did you do? And you can't talk to me because I'm officially, I may be Portuguese, but I didn't come from Portugal. I'm in Bermuda. I'm a Portuguese Bermudian, if you want to say that, right? But I don't consider myself that. I'm just a fucking Bermudian that was born here. I served my country. I'm here. I have my own business. I have my own life. Leave me the fuck alone. You don't know where you came from either. You could have came from some other fucking country too. You think everybody was born in Bermuda that and this is your country and you have a right to whatever? No, it don't work like that, bro. You gotta be, if you want to be something in your country, then make something of yourself because you have the opportunity, because you have Bermudian status. You got to make your life better in your own country. So if you're an American, you have American rights to do what you want, right? So when you go to another country, you're on a contract. So when you're on a contract, it's different. You have to work or else you're getting sent back to hell, to where you came from. And it's probably hell where you're living because if you're going to another country to better your life, then obviously where you wasn't cutting it. You got me? And now for a foreigner to come to Bermuda, it's even worse because the prices are super high. So they got to shack up with multiple people. So they're already living a life worse than you. I don't want to shack up with five different guys and be here in another country without my family and making money and paying these outrageous rents and prices. Hell no, I'd rather stay where the fuck I am. You got me? So like people have to understand that it's life's too short to be criticizing, discriminating, racism. Life's too short for all that shit because you're gonna come into the world and you're gonna leave the world, and then when you're in a spiritual form, you there's no longer none of those things exist. And that's where a lot of people have to have it's too late for your understanding. You got to cut that shit out. You welcome everyone, and then you just pick a person through their character, through who they are, how they treat you, how they respect you. Who cares where they're from? And that's the thing. I never ever will be that type of person where I discriminate a certain race or color or where you're from. Like I just want you to treat me with respect, and I'll treat you with respect. And that's why some people here are like, "Oh yeah, you don't like us." I'm like, "No, I like everyone. If you treat me good, I'll treat you good." And like I tell everybody, my business wouldn't survive if it wasn't for the rich white people that I work for. My friends are all sorts of races and color, right? My family is all Portuguese and I can't stand half of them. I do what I gotta do, and even in this chat room, there's different people from all over the world, and I don't discriminate anybody who comes in here. And if you live your life that way, then your life will become better because you'll never have a hurtful, hateful feeling inside of you towards a certain person. And if all Filipinos that you meet are bad, then that should tell you don't go around them, right? If all Portuguese people have done you wrong, stay away from the Portuguese people. If all white people did this to you, then stay away from them too, because maybe spirit's trying to tell you don't be around those type of people because they're not good for you, right? Now, not every person in every race is bad, so don't condemn one race for something, because that's wrong too. See what I'm saying? You should always take a person for their character, for who they are, how they respect you, because all that shit's bullshit. You know that's like you discriminating people is not good, and you like choosing some race over another. That's bad too. And if you've been taught to hate this type of people or hate that type of people, don't do that. Don't listen to people that tell you that shit, because you'd be surprised who your friends can be if you open your mind to accepting everyone. And that's why I love being on here, because I have a little bit of everyone. And that's what makes me happy. I never ever see a race, a color, or a nationality in this chat room. I see a person. I see people. I see your character. If you want help, I'm going to help you. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to turn you down because you're a certain way or a certain thing, or you are whoever you are. I'm not going to turn you down. Because if I turn you down, it's because you're disrespecting me. That's the only way I'm going to turn away from you. If you disrespect me, I'm not going to allow you to be in here. You treat me good, I'll treat you good. It's simple. I don't care if you're white, black, Portuguese, Spanish, Aborigine, whatever the fuck you are, I don't care. You could be whatever you want. And I've already proved that in here, like, and everybody should do the same thing. You should do the same thing. You should never be disrespectful to another, race or a color or a person, or sex even. You know? That shit's bullshit. I don't believe in that. Living here allow me to understand that more. And I talk about this a lot on here. And people probably don't like it, but people have different opinions. But I'm talking to you as a person who don't see race, color, and all that shit. I just see the people. I see a person. And if you treat me good, I'm gonna love you and I'm gonna respect you no matter who you are. That's it. And everybody should be that way. There's no reason to hate a certain, you know, people. There's no reason for that. Don't discard everyone, you know? Just discard a person. Not every race and shit like that. There should be no discrepancies anymore. But people are just dumb. They just don't understand things anymore. But I thank God every day that I have different people in this room from all over the world. And it's made me happier to connect with a variety of people than connect with the same people. And I that's probably why I have different people in here because they know I don't discriminate them. And that's the good thing. You're welcome, man. So yeah, Claudia, uh that's how it is here in Bermuda. And anybody else who wanted to know about how things are here, that's how it is. And that's my views on those type of things, those subjects, which are sensitive to others, but not to me. I can talk about it all day. It don't bother me. I don't mind talking about reality. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to nobody. Rudy, thanks for the super chat. That sticker looks crazy. It says OP. That's some Cyclops looking fucking hippopotamus. That's some crazy ass shit. I don't know where they come up with these damn things. What's that, Chloe? You want to grab some? Yeah, Rudy, they are cheap labor, yeah. And that's why we have foreigners in our countries. Because if you don't want to do it for that price, they'll go find somebody else, which is a disrespectful thing to do to our countrymen and countrywomen. But there's nothing we could do about it because the government runs our lives and runs our world to a certain extent. And you know what? I'll never say to a person from another country that comes to Bermuda, I'll never say you're taking my bread or you're taking my money or you're like you're taking away from Bermuda. I don't look at that as them taking. I look at that as they're improving their lives because my grandparents and my mom and dad came to Bermuda on a contract to work here. The government went and got them. They said, yeah, sure, we'll come. We'll come and work to in Bermuda, sure. We'll come better our lives. Because where they were wasn't better than here. And it still ain't. But my parents stayed here and made this their home. And they've been here for 60 years. So my parents are pretty much they don't want to go back to the Azores Island, San Miguel, where they were from, or for Portugal. They'd rather be here, and all their family and friends and are all here too. So 100 years ago, when all the Portuguese people started coming here, like my grandparents, everybody's here. We all migrated. Everybody migrated here. And whose fault's that? That's not the Portuguese fault. That's government for bringing us here, bringing my family here. So my family's been here for generations. So ain't no Bermudian person gonna say, "Oh well, you're this and you're that." How the fuck you think you came here? You think you were born underneath a fucking tree? You dumbass. You came here from somewhere else too, and so did your ancestors, dumbass. So when a Bermudian person here, white or black or whatever, if they say to me, "Oh, you're Portuguese, you're not from here," bull fucking shit. You know what I say to them, and it ends all conversation. I say to them, "When you were 18 and the army was mandatory, did you go?" Exactly. When I was 18, they said, "Here's your Bermuda status. You're officially an adult. You're officially a Bermudian. You have Bermudan status. You're officially a Bermudian." That's how it went back in my day. And they said, "Here's your other papers for your mandatory army enrollment. And if the doctor says that you're fit, you are going to serve 3 years and you can't get out of it. The only way you got out of army is if you were going to college. And when you came back from college, they're gonna say you're going to the army. Don't think because you went college you're getting away from army. You got to go back to the army. Let's go." And then after 30 years of that, they finally got rid of the mandatory system. So I tell everybody you can't talk to me about being a full Bermudian because you're looking at one. I was born here, raised here, and I served my country. So kiss my ass. And then they leave me alone. They don't say nothing to me no more. Because you can't. There's people all over the world that go live somewhere else and become a part of their country. So what makes it different? You weren't born here underneath a fucking rock. Every country has people from all over the world. But it's just the ignorance of people. That's all it is. Rudy, what would you like, my dear? Thank you for the super chat. What's going on? Talk to Marky. But yeah, this subject has gotten a lot of people, mad, and people, agree to disagree, and a lot of people are in the situations. But I try to be neutral about it and try to let people know that these are my views. You could tell me yours too. But mostly people won't say nothing back because they know what I'm saying is true. And if you do, we might argue or we might agree to disagree, and that's okay. I'm not gonna, go against what your opinion is. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion. And no one can come in here and say that I discriminate against a certain race or color or people because I have everybody in here. Everybody's in here. Trust me. From all nationalities and places all over the world. And it don't bother me one bit. I love it. I love having a variety of different people and different nationalities and just decent people, period. It don't bother me. You want to know is your job search will get better and also what's coming. What's coming? I know what's coming, all right. Let me see. All right. There better be money. You might have to go OnlyFans. If you do, I'll subscribe. I'm only teasing. I like using that lyric now. We can laugh about it. It's cool. Lila, I knew you were gonna say that. That's why I said it. Hey, trust me, I'll be on OnlyFans if I was sexy and shit. I'll be on there too. I'll be like, yeah, pay me, man. Pay me, you fucking losers. If I was younger, maybe. I'm too old now. Anybody want to see my old fuck? Anybody see my old eye? That spirit's telling me shut up. I always used to diss readers when the cards fell on the ground. See, that's me talking too much. See, that spirit saying shut up, Mark. All right, let me concentrate. All right, so from now until the end of the month, Rudy, I would say that it looks like you can get another job, but it might be like a distance away from you. So your job search might be a job where you have to travel a distance to get to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Oh, see, there you go. Yeah, OnlyFans. Yeah. See, she already knows what time it is. She knows you're that type of person that would do it if you have to. See, but so Rudy, I would say from now until the end of the month, right? Like it might be a distant job, or you're dealing with people from a distance. Okay, And this might happen like from now to the end of the month. So you might overcome this difficult period of like trying to get a job or like having a better job, but it's telling me that in order to get this job you might be dealing with people from a distance, or it might be a place where you have to drive or you have to travel to get to. So it's either one, right? That I see that can happen. But I do see you like celebrating this, and then you'll be working with other women that are decent, and they will compromise and make things happen. Like, um, the only thing that I see is you might be reluctant to take it because it might cause you to say, shit, how am I going to do that if I have to take care of my kids? It might be a situation where your youngest child might not like the fact that you have to go to this job, or you have to deal with your youngest child in order to get this job, or how you might have to figure out how you're going to do this and deal with your youngest child. So I got a young child here that might interfere in this job. Like, you can get it, and you want it, and it'll be a good job for you. But your youngest child here, I got a young child that might not allow you to take the job because of that. Yeah. So that's the only thing that I see here, that there's a possibility from now to the end of the month you can get a better job, but it might encounter a distance, or it might encounter you having to leave your child in the care of someone else, and then you're like, well, is this beneficial for me? Like, how the hell am I going to do this if I have to go away from my child? Who's going to take care of my child? So if you can figure all that out, and maybe there'll be a woman that helps you take care of your child while you're going to work, or if that's available, or if that's an option. So it all depends on what's going to happen. So it's telling me it's very possible, but there is that one situation where it has to be, you might be reluctant on taking it because of your child. So that's the only situation there. I wouldn't call it a downfall or a problem. I just see a reluctantness decision. Like, I see you like saying, what if I do this? This is a good job, and I need it, but how the hell am I going to figure out what's going to happen with my youngest? Until you figure that out, then that's the only way you'll probably take the job. But it's telling me that it's very possible. In the next 3 weeks, it can be possible. And overall, in general, like, I see that you have new plans. You're wishing for things. You're trying to show enough initiative and perseverance to make things happen. You're very hopeful. You feel confident at times, but it's also saying try not to fantasize about things that ain't gonna really happen. Just be, and don't think that your efforts are not gonna make things happen. And don't be uncertain about things, but at the same time, live in the reality and in the present, and make sure the plans and the wishes you have are realistic. If they are, then they're more likely to happen. Also, like, you might feel insincere about certain things, or you might be like really cautious to do something that you need to do, and it holds you back because you don't want to make a mistake. And you might also be dealing with somebody who's dishonest and tricky, and somebody who's being deceptive, somebody who fails to face reality, makes you feel overwhelmed. You might make a plan and then cancel the plan, or make a plan and say, shit, that didn't happen either. Now I have to come up with a new one. I see, like, in the future, what's to come is plans that may work and may not work. Or you might be coming up with a new plan every week. And then when it doesn't happen, you come up with something else. What doesn't happen, you say, okay, well, that didn't work. So now on to the next thing. So if this occurs, in the next week or so, because this is what's coming. So whatever's coming is it depends on you. Where you have, if you make a plan and it doesn't turn out the way you want it, don't give up. Just try to, don't think that your efforts are not really worth anything. Like you're not making the right effort. Just keep going until you get the right situation. Also, there could be like a man who wants to offer to take you out or wants to offer to be with you, might ask you on a date. This is like a Knight of Cups. So this person could be your age or younger, or they could just have like a young energy. They might invite you somewhere, or may even give you an opportunity, or approach you and say, "Hey, I can help you. I'm attracted to you," or I want to request to like take you out. Here's my proposition. Here's my situation here. So it could be somebody that offers you something or wants to take you out or like is attracted to you and helps you. And this person can have dark hair. Doesn't have to be. And it could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be. But that's what I got as far as like job, work, things like that, or those type of things. I'll give you some marquee cards as well. Okay. Okay, here we go. See, your work life or job will get better. So there you go. That's confirmation of a work life or job getting better. And your next card is know your worth and remember that. And also, I got this card. Yeah, it's your favorite. Life's too short. Go and have some sex. So if you want to get some D, life's too short. Go for it. And remember, I tell you there might be somebody that asks you out. The last card says go out and get a free dinner. So if somebody's attracted to you and wants to take you out, go for it. You might get some. You might get the double D, dinner and D. So that comes up in the card in the marquee cards as well as the tarot as well. So that's crazy, but that's cool. I'll give you some more cards from the blue marquee deck too. And if anybody else wants a message, let me know. I'll give you one. I'm just finishing up with Rudy. Yeah, it is. Sometimes the cards don't lie; they tell you everything, or they confirm what you see. Okay, see, look again. New job or promotion is coming your way. You can't make this shit up. So the job thing is coming up. It came in the tarot and both decks. See that? New job or promotion is coming your way. So that's a good sign. We got it 3 times in a row. Then the next card says, "Don't overspend. Save some for later." And then I got someone is lying to you. So whoever's lying, fuck them. Try not to listen to their lives. And I saw that in the tarot too, that you might be dealing with someone who's like tricky or lying, or be very cautious of this person. And the last card says you have and want family support. There you go. You may have support and you also want support too. What, the person lying to you? Is it a male? Is that what you said? Your thoughts came through the cards. That's how it usually happens. The energy gets put into it, which is a good thing. Yeah. I'm just getting that the person that it is a person that uh may gamble or is a risk to you. So whoever this person, I'm getting that it could be either or. I'm not getting if it's a man or a woman. I'm just getting that the person is a risk to be around. Let me see what else if I get something here. Yeah, it's a man. Yeah, I got a guy here. Page of Pentacles. So it's a guy that's lying to you. Yeah. So that's probably what the deal is with that. Which is shitty. There's always somebody that lies to you. It's just a regular thing, man. I'm so over it. I don't really like let it bother me anymore. People lie to you every day, like, probably. Whoever you think it is, that's who it is. It's definitely a man. That's what I got the second time around. It's a guy. So if baby daddy's lying to you, then it's probably him. It's whoever your energy is around. It's not gonna be a random person, like, It's gonna be somebody you talk to. Yeah. All right, let me check real quick. Mm. The new dude is not lying to you. He actually likes you and is looks at you as a good mother and a good person. Now, uh, your baby daddy, it's him. He's the one that's like emotionally confused. He's also like maybe lying to you as well. That's who it is. Like he's going to like he probably has money problems too, maybe. And if that's him, then that's him. Yeah, I don't get nothing bad on the new dude. I get that baby daddy is like being a dickhead. So I got bad cards on him. The sun just came out. It's been cloudy all this time. Well, it's getting back cloudy again. The sun just popped out for a few seconds. Yeah. It can't always be good, Rudy, It's always some fucking bullshit. I gotta go to the post office in like 10 minutes too. Shit. I totally forgot. Fuck. I gotta go do that now before I forget. Shit. I gotta go to the post office and get something for my sister. I've been on here for an hour and a half anyway. It's rainy over there. Yeah, it's cloudy here and it's like nice and cool today. It's beautiful. Like it's nice weather here. It's cooler weather. For May, this is nice. It's not hot. Usually May it's like starting to get hot. But it's nice and breezy and cloudy today, which is good. But it's not hot today. It's nice. I have to go to the post office and I'm gonna go get some lunch. It's almost 2 o'clock here, so I'm gonna go. I had a late breakfast. I didn't really feel like eating. I haven't been like feeling to eat early like lately. I haven't eaten early like I usually do. But yeah. Marley, you're still here. And you're still here. Yeah, I'll be back later on. I'll be back like later on this afternoon and tonight. I'll be around. I'll be on and off. I just remembered I have to go to the freaking post office because my sister has a package. I have to go pick it up. So I'm gonna go on the bike now and go see if I can go there real quick and get it, and then go get myself some lunch. And then an hour from now, I gotta pick up my nephew. So, but I'll be back this afternoon probably, like around 4:35, something like that. I gotta figure out what the hell am I gonna eat tonight for dinner? You know what I feel like? I feel like lasagna tonight. I wish I could eat some tacos, actually. I should eat some tacos. Taco Tuesday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, you said it right. You're gonna love to go on, but rather you do. Yeah. See, that meant to happen for a reason. Rudy, Marley's usually on like around like between uh 9 p.m. Eastern, around that time, 8, 9. Well, I'll be there once you if you tell me you're actually going live for real, for real. I don't want to hear all this I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it and don't do it. I'm gonna keep talking shit until you go live. Yeah, usually Marley's on right before I come on because I come on like 11 o'clock at night, my time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern. But Marley's usually on between 8 p.m. Eastern and between 8 and 10 Eastern time. So, yeah. And if she ain't on, then I'll come on and then she'll be in my live half asleep with one eye open in her blankie. And then I gotta carry the weight for everybody. And then sometimes when she comes on, I can take a break. But we'll see. Marley has to be in the mood. It all depends on how much honey she gulps down. If she has too much honey, then she'll be buzzing off. Get it? All right. I'll see you guys later. Take care. I'll be back.